The final minutes of the third installment of Stranger Things pretty much blew up what we've been so used to in the series for the past 5 years. Hopper was pretty much dead by the end of the season. 11 is powerless. The Byers family, which started it all, has chosen to move out of small-town Hawkins. The Russians have their very own Demogorgon and a mysterious American captive. That about wraps up what happens in Season 3, and it definitely looks like it's the only relevant information we should keep in mind moving forward because the Duffer Brothers have decided to start with a clean slate for Season 4. So let's take a look at how Stranger Things Season 4 is going to change everything. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. For starters, the next season is definitely getting pushed back. Just like everything else that wasn't able to wrap up production before the global health situation hit all of us like a truck, Stranger Things won't be able to follow its original release timeline. David Harbour, aka Chief Hopper, who's not quite dead but also not quite alive, said in an interview that Season 4 was supposed to come out by early 2021 but has likely been delayed. So how will this affect the storyline? By leaps and bounds, apparently. Ever since the first season, the Duffer Brothers have started filming before they finished the scripts, so they already have a vivid mental picture of the first few episodes before they sit down to write the latter half of the season. This time around, Natalia Dyer, who plays Nancy of course, confirmed that the scriptwriters have already finished writing the whole Season 4 before filming could resume. Of course, nothing's gonna stop them from editing a few things here and there once filming actually starts rolling again, but the way the story goes is all but locked in at this point. One of the biggest changes we'd have to accept is that the adventure will no longer be confined in the fictional small town of Hawkins. We're definitely going to see bits and pieces of Russia and whatever place the Byers drove off to, although some of our main characters are still in Hawkins and are bound to continue their adventure there, as well as the parallel universe we know as the Upside Down. But that's not all. The Duffer Brothers have previously confirmed that Season 4 will feature a major Hopper backstory. Think back to the second season and try to remember the marked boxes that 11 found in Hopper's stash. There was a box labeled Dad, another one labeled Vietnam, and another that says New York. We already know that the Duffers are extremely mindful writers and will most definitely not write in such a mysterious scene without referring back to it in subsequent seasons. David Harbour himself feels this is finally the time to reveal what happened to him in Vietnam and what happened to him in New York. So aside from seeing Russia in whatever fictional land the Byers set off to, we might actually see flashbacks from Vietnam and New York. Think that's exciting? Harbour agrees. He said, "I'm so excited about revealing this aspect of the character. It's one of the things I've known since the first frame of the first shot and we haven't expressed it yet. Finally, we're gonna express it in a big way. It's my favorite thing about him that you guys don't know about him yet, but it has to do with these backstories of New York, Vietnam, and Dad." If you loved the wacky Hopper that we saw last season, we're sorry to say the creators of Stranger Things are about to change that part of him too. Harbour says that while he loved playing wacky dad, it's now time to move on because Harbour is getting a bit of a darker palette this time around. Apparently this time he'll be able to express some of the really deep things that he's experienced in the past. At this point, we've already gotten confirmations that Hopper is indeed the American that is currently under custody of the Russians. Still, no one really knows his exact condition. Is he alive, or is he just a hollowed out shell like those prisoners in Azkaban? In any case, it would seem like he's not his usual self at all. According to the second trailer, our American is imprisoned far from home in the snowy wasteland of Kamchatka, where he will face dangers both human and other. Chilling, right? Could this be the exact reason he will be forced to relive his dark and bitter past? And how will he survive all of it? What if the conspiracy theories are true and Hopper ends up being the villain of the season? Can 11, Joyce, and the rest of the Byers live through another heartache? All these things remain to be seen, but for now, we're just really happy to get assurance that David Harbour will be returning for the next season. Villain or not. With all the other changes coming up, it's still good to hold on to some semblance of normalcy in the form of one of our favorite characters coming back to continue his colorful journey. So aside from Chief Hopper, who else will be returning for Season 4? Well, looking at recent videos from the show's table reads, we see Millie Bobby Brown, Noah Schnapp, Finn Wolfhard, Gaten Matarazzo, Caleb McLaughlin, Winona Ryder, Sadie Sink, Charlie Heaton, and Natalia Dyer, all set to reprise their main roles in the series. As well expected. We've also seen Cara Buono, who played Karen, and Maya Hawke, who stepped up as the season-stealing Robin at the table reads. So we at least know that despite all the big horrific changes that are going to happen, some of our favorite side stories will return to tie up loose ends. But that doesn't mean that Season 4 won't be full of surprises. Sources have bet their lives telling TV Line that the Duffer Brothers are looking to cast 4 new male characters just for season 4. That would be 3 teenage boys and 1 adult male. Supposedly, the new teens would be a metalhead, an entitled jock, and a carefree stoner who sounds just like Jeff Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. On the other hand, the adult guy might play a bigger role in the Russian side of things. Now, with the show moving central storyline out of Hawkins, would the teens be part of Will's new school? Are they Russians? Would they be part of the good guys or not? Would they affect the relationship of our existing Stranger Things teens? I cannot wait. However, if you think that was everything, then you are sorely mistaken. The Duffers also teased about big stars appearing on the show. We really have no clue who they could be except for the fact that the cast grew up watching these actors. So, who could they be? If you know something about this, don't hesitate to tell us in the comments section. Now, what we do know is the fact that Stranger Things Season 4 will take place in 1986, the same year of the Chernobyl disaster. Why? Well, the series has been consistent with the timeline, and every season set a new year starting from 1983 in Season 1. This means that the Upside Down, a magical fight scene, or even Hopper's inevitable rescue mission could have led to the Chernobyl incident happening. But other fans are thinking that there's a possibility that the Duffers execute a time jump and reveal details about the show in past tense. That's highly likely given the fact that Hopper's backstory will definitely be a big plot point for Season 4. This means that Stranger Things could very well be set in the 2000s and maybe even present-day Hawkins or Russia. While that's up for debate, we're pretty sure that the story of Eleven's gang will definitely take a turn for the worse just by looking at the episode titles for Season 4. We've recently confirmed that Stranger Things Season 4 premiere episode is entitled The Hellfire Club. For those of you who might not know this, the Hellfire Club is a villain group who faces the X-Men countless times. They even appeared in the movie X-Men First Class. So will this have something to do with the 3 new boys in Stranger Things? Probably. Another ominous sign for Stranger Things Season 4 is the fact that we found reports saying the cast and crew of the hit Netflix show will also film in New Mexico. We all know that New Mexico has been the set for the likes of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman in a major conspiracy theory. Even Joe Keery, the actor who plays Steve Harrington, has confirmed that the 4th season will definitely be a lot scarier than the last. Speaking to Total Film magazine, Keery said, "I think that this year, and I know I say this every single year, but this is definitely going to be a lot scarier than prior years, because last year was pretty dark." The Duffer Brothers, though, kept mum about this one. They only said this: "Every time we go to a new season, we want it to have a different feel and a different tone." While it looks like the global health situation is the root cause of all our wait time for Stranger Things, it did come with a big enough advantage that I think trumps the fact that Season 4 got delayed. What could that be? Well, the showrunners have already confirmed that Stranger Things Season 4 will not be the last, and we have the global health situation to thank for that. Here's what Ross Duffer promised about an upcoming Season 5. "We know what the end is, and we know when it is. The global health situation has given us time to look ahead, figure out what is best for the show. Starting to fill that out gave us a better idea of how long we need to tell that story." This ties up with the news that the Duffer Brothers inked a multi-year film and series deal with Netflix, although that doesn't necessarily guarantee that Stranger Things will be a part of the Duffer Brothers' entire stint with the video streaming giant. Anyway, that wraps up the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.